Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Start. Om, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamastoke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam चैतन्यमीश्वरम् ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा वेलकम ऑल फॉर भागवतम स्टडी रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 1 chapter 18 text 5.
Yes, Prabhuji. It was allocated to Asha Mataji. Ramesh Prabhu, will you read, Prabhuji? Asha Mataji is not present today.
No, Mataji, somebody will. Please continue.
Okay. Then, Shesha Prabhu, would you like to read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
Please kindly read, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
Prabhuji.
Pranams to all the devotees. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.18.5. Tavat Kalirna Prabhavet Pravishto Priha Sarvataha Yavadisho Maham Urvyam Avimanyeva Ekarat. Synonyms. Should we read synonyms also, Prabhuji?
Translation and purport.
Yeah. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta from Srila Prabhupada. As long as the great powerful son of Abhimanyu remains the emperor of the world, there is no chance that the personality of Kali will flourish. Purport. As we have already explained, the personality of Kali had entered the jurisdiction of this earth long ago, and he was looking for an opportunity to spread his influence all over the world, but he could not do so satisfactorily due to the presence of Maharaj Parikshit. That is the way of good government. That is disturbing elements like the personality of Kali will always try to extend their nefarious activities, but it is the duty of the able state to check them by all means. Although Maharaja Parikshit allotted places for the personality of Kali, at the same time he gave no chance for the citizens to be swayed up by the personality of Kali. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
You want to share some points, Prabhu?
Yeah. So the personality of Kali, so it is mentioned here in the purport, had entered the jurisdiction of this earth long ago. But it was Kali was looking for an opportunity to spread that influence, but he could not do because Maharaj Parikshit, the great devotee, come king, was ruling at that time. So he was not in his kingdom. There were no liquor houses, slaughterhouses, no gambling, no intoxication, so no prostitute houses, all those things. So he was maintaining all those things nicely, and he was doing his job very nicely, being a devotee of the Lord. So he could not enter. So, but there was no chance of Kali to enter. But now he's looking for the chance to enter. So that is what it is mentioned, Prabhuji here. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you.
As a practice devotees, we should also ensure that follow these four regular principles. No meat eating, no intoxications, no gambling, no illicit sex. And we should not give chance to Kali to enter in our life, because Kali is waiting. Even small miss here, anywhere in this, enough, Kali will enter and spoil our spiritual life. So we should be very, very extra careful. Otherwise, small mistake can ruin our spiritual life. Should be very careful. Yes, we'll move on to the next sloka. 6.
Lakshmi Mataji, would you like to read Lakshmi Mataji? Because Archana Mataji is absent today.
Yes, Mataji, I will read.
Okay, please go ahead, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Canto 1, Chapter 18, Text 6. Yasmin ahani yarhi eva Bhagavan utsarjagam tadaive anuvritto asau adharma prabhava kalihi. Translation: Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The very day and moment the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, left this earth, the personality of Kali, who promotes all kinds of irreligious activities, came into this world. Purport: the personality of Godhead and his holy name, qualities, etc. are all identical. The personality of Kali was not able to enter the jurisdiction of the earth due to the presence of the personality of Godhead. And similarly, if there is an arrangement for the constant chanting of the holy names, qualities, etc., of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no chance at all for the personality of Kali to enter. That is the technique of driving away the personality of Kali from the world. In modernized human society, there are great advancement of material science, and they have invented the radio to distribute sound in the air. So instead of vibrating some nuisance sound for sense enjoyment, if the state arranges to distribute transcendental sound by resounding the holy name, fame, and activities of the Lord as they are authorized in the Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, then a favorable condition will be created. The principles of religion in the world will be re-established, and thus the executive heads who are so anxious to drive away corruption from the world will be successful. Nothing is bad if properly used for the service of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, as soon as the Lord left this planet, Kali entered. So, this is the message for us in our life also. As soon as the Lord is away, Kali enters. So that's why Saj always said that always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. That is the slogan, and always, Prabhupada also says here that we should keep the holy name, the pastimes of the Lord, or the paraphernalia of the Lord, or Lord's Archavigraha in our life always. Never forget, because as soon as the Lord is away, Kali will enter, our spiritual life will be spoiled. Should be very, very careful. That's why where Parishad Maharaj is there, he ensured that. He ensured that always the law of the land, the four regular principles are followed. He never allowed any of these four regular principles to be broken. That's why Kali could not enter. Even though Parishad Maharaj gave the place for Kali to reside, these 4 places, or in addition to that, 5th place where excess gold is there, excess wealth is there. But still, Parishad Maharaj was so disciplined, so strict. More than strict, he was a great devotee, so that he knew exactly what is to be done. Again, as a practice devotees, we should imbibe these qualities in our life. Of course, all of us not Kshatriyas, or depending upon our nature, depending upon our Varna and Ashrama, we should take up this. And also, when we select our the rulers, we should apply this rule. We'll find out who is the right person. Of course, we may say that all are thieves. At least somebody little better thief, that's the way to select, because as the politics is bad. So we have to educate our people such that they follow these 4 regulated principles. Especially Prabhupada, it says in the coming verse also says that animal killing, the slaughterhouse has to be stopped, and especially the cows, because where there is a cow killing, there is no peace can be in the world. Not only the person killing, there are six kind of butchers explained: the person killing, person cleaning, and person transporting, person cooking, person serving, person eating. Everybody is equally considered a butcher. Everybody will get punishment. Not only that, if somebody is watching, he'll also get punishment. Somebody is directly, indirectly supporting cow killing, they'll also get punished. So whole society will get punished because go hatya happens. Today we see in the world what is happening, where there is a war is happening. I mean, this all directly connected to the go hatya. We can very well connect that because scriptures are saying that in the coming verses there is a lot of discussion that how cow killing is so bad. Of course, not the coming verses in the uh, third chapter when Buddha's appearance. Prabhupada very detail explains why Lord Buddha had to appear. Lord Buddha appeared because that time people were in the name of the scriptures, they were sacrificing the animals, especially cows. And when the people reject or object, they say, yeah, your Vedas saying this. They give a quotation from Vedas, but that is a total misinterpretation of the Vedas. Vedas says yes, the what do you call sacrifice can be done, but to do the sacrifice, that person, the priest, has to be qualified, and it should be such qualified that the animal which is sacrificed immediately takes human form or young animal form. They always give a old animal form, and after that, that the soul immediately gets into the human form or at least another young animal form. But today we don't see that. So when Lord Buddha see this, Lord Buddha appeared in of course, India, Bihar, near Gaya, he appeared and he propagated. He started telling the people, please stop the animal killing. But people did not listen. So then he has to propagate ahimsa, no animal killing. And when the people quoted Vedas, he said, reject Vedas. I'm telling, follow the ahimsa. So that's how the principles of course, later Ashoka, they implemented. But today, if you see many of the Buddha temples, they themselves eat, the sannyasi themselves eat meat. So the whole philosophy of Lord Buddha has been rejected. So that's why Prabhupada says principal religion in this world will be re-established when we follow the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Krishna also says that I'll appear to Paritrana Sadhuna Vinashya Sadushkritam Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. He comes there. He comes in different forms. Sometimes he comes himself, sometimes he sends his expansions, sometimes he sends his acharyas. So we are somehow very blessed that we are under the guidance of His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, and we are able to release or read Srila Prabhupada's purport. That's why we have to be very, very thankful to ISKCON and Prabhupada's disciples for giving us this opportunity. Okay, we'll read next one more.
I will read Prabhuji. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nanundveshti kalim samrata. Srimad Bhagavatam, text 7. Saranga nanundveshtiti kalim samratah saranga iva sarabhu kushlani ashu siddhyanti netrani kritani yat. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Maharaja Parikshit was a realist, like the bees bees who only kept the essence of a flower. He knew perfectly well that in this age of Kali, auspicious things produce good effects immediately, whereas inauspicious acts must be actually performed to render effects. So he was never envious of the personality of Kali. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Purport. The age of Kali is called the fallen age. In this fallen age, because the living beings are in an awkward position, the Supreme Lord has given some special facilities to them. So, by the will of the Lord, a living being does not become a victim of a sinful act until the act is actually performed. In other ages, simply by thinking of performing a sinful act, one used to become a victim of the act. On the contrary, a living being in this age is awarded with the results.
1 second, huh?
Yeah, on this age, the envious, on the contrary, a living being in this age is awarded with the results of pious acts simply by thinking of them. Maharaja Parikshit, being the most learned and experienced king by the grace of the Lord, was not unnecessarily envious of the personality of Kali because he did not intend to give him any chance to perform any sinful act. He protected his subjects from falling prey to the sinful acts of the age of Kali, and at the same time, he gave full facility to the age of Kali by allotting him some particular places. At the end of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that even though all nefarious activities of the personality of Kali are present, there is a great advantage in the age of Kali. One can attain salvation simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Thus, Maharaja Parikshit made an organized effort to propagate the chanting of the Lord's holy name, and thus he saved the citizens from the clutches of Kali. It is for this advantage only that great sages sometimes wish all good for the age of Kali. In the Vedas also, it is said that by discourse on Lord Krishna's activities, one can get rid of all the disadvantages of the age of Kali. In the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also said that the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Supreme Lord, by the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Supreme Lord becomes at once arrested within one's heart. These are some of the great advantages of the age of Kali. And Maharaja Parikshit took all the advantages and did not think any ill of the age of Kali, true to his Vaishnavite cult. So here what they are telling is Prabhuji that age of Kali is a fallen age. But in this age, in the previous ages and all, just by thinking of any sinful activity, if we think something bad of others, or if we are anger and we think that we should go and probably hit the other person, then even thought we used to, even by thought process, if we think bad in the mind without doing the action, sin used to be the person used to incur sin. But in the age of Kali, what is happening is just by thinking process, person is not does not incur that much sinful karma because of just by thinking. Because here it is told that people are generally not that pious and all. So in order to overcome the ill effects of age of Kali, we have to simply chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and thus be saved from the clutches of Kali. One point is that. And second, it is also told that we should discuss on the Lord Krishna's activities, like the Bhagavad Gita, and secondly, what we are doing, Srimad Bhagavatam. So here it is particularly told that in the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam, that recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is whatever we recite now and whatever Prabhuji are telling us. So the people who are reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, spreading the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, explaining it and listening to Srimad Bhagavatam, in all their hearts, Krishna is arrested. So because of this Kali Yuga is so bad, even just by simply listening and reciting, Krishna is so happy with all these things that he remains in the heart of the devotees. So it is told that in these two things, like especially activities of Krishna and chanting of Krishna's holy name, helps in overcoming the ill effects of the Kali. So these are some of the benefits of Kali Yuga. So here Maharaja Parikshit considered that the people in Kali can be really fortunate if they take on to this, because they don't have to do lot of tapasya gipasya and all like people used to do in the other ages, or do lot of meditation, like how we saw Dhruva Maharaj had to go to the forest to do meditation, this then all. So this and all is not there in this Kali. So if people really want to take, it is very easy for the bhakti process to take, but only they should have the bhavna to do that. That's what I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. A few points. The Parishad Maharaj was like a bee who accepts essence of the flower. So we also should have, should take the only essence. Like now we have so many varieties of literature available in the market. Like even forget the materialistic literature, even with the scriptural like Vedas also quite a long. So many Vedas are there. We don't have time or we don't have understanding to study Vedas. So that's why Krishna has given us Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. The essence is given. So we should be focusing on the essence because our time is too short. We don't have big time to study Vedas and Puranas, Upanishads, and our intelligence was less. Prayen alphasho kaloiga janaha manda sumanda mathayo manda bhagya upadata. We are always disturbed and we are less intelligent. So we don't have time. First thing we should focus, what is that essence? Prabhupada always says that Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, then Chaitanya Charitamrita. Of course, other books, Nectar Devotion, Nectar Instruction can be followed. But we should follow that systematic way of taking them because that's essence is there. So, and also there are example given like the bees and flies. Bees generally take the essence from the flower, whereas the flies goes in the garbage. Similarly, the swan and the crow. Swan always takes the essence. Like for example, if to give a milk mixed with the water, it can take only milk and leave the water. Whereas a crow is not like that. Crow goes to the garbage. So we should also think like a swan, like a bee, not like a fly and a crow. We should always take the good out of the bad bargain. So because society is full of bad. Dukhalema Shashvatam, this Kali Yuga, all this narration given here. Now, if you go back to the 12th canto, the real symptom of Kali Yuga, not symptom, the real fact of the Kali Yuga is given there. How bad it will be. Now itself is so bad, the situation will be so bad in the end of Kali Yuga. So we have to take full advantage of the current situation. Prabhupada in the purport very detailed explains. So first thing is that Parishad Maharaj was never envious of personal Kali. Because in our life also, there are so many difficulties will come. So many people give us difficulties. There is no point in being envious of those people or the situation because I'm the cause for that. They are not the cause. It's because of me I'm suffering. So that's why we should not envious of that. Also, Prabhupada says in the olden age, just by thinking bad about somebody will incur sin. Whereas now Kali Yuga, no. Unless you really do the sin, you will not get sin. Now, see the benefit of the Kali Yuga. In the olden age, if I have to do something good, I have to really do the good. Then only I get the benefit. But in Kali Yuga, just thinking good for others, I get a benefit. Say what a bonanza, what a lucky people we are. We just need to think good for others. One of our Mangalore heart specialist, Dr. B.M. Hegde, he always says that, I'm not quoting scripture, but he says if you want to get a heart attack, you don't have to eat high cholesterol or nothing. Just think bad about others, enough, he says. Because our body itself creates so many negative energy, just thinking bad. But same way, just thinking good for others, the body creates so many positive things, your all kind of a disease gets vanished. That's why many of the sannyasis or the sages, we can see their face effulgence and they are living long life. Plus effulgence, energetic, always, powerful because the body is full of energy. The energy comes thinking good for others. That's why Prabhupada says being a preacher is always beneficial because what is the quality of the preacher is to give mercy to others. The preacher always thinks, how can I help others? How can I give this Krishna consciousness to others? This is the mood of a preacher. This is the mood of Srila Prabhupada disciples, Srila Prabhupada Anugas. So that's what helps us to, progress, get energy, the positive things. Somehow or other, give the Krishna consciousness to others. That's the mood we should develop. So, of course, here talks about Parishad Maharaj. He never allowed the symptom of Kali to enter. He always protected his subjects. Similarly, we should protect ourselves. Not only ourselves, we should protect our people so that the preaching has to happen. We should always keep telling people, follow the regulatory principles. This kind of preaching should happen. And Prabhupada also says, Kali Yuga, of course, is full of faults, but there is a very good one important thing, benefit. So, Kale dosh nide rajan asti eko mahaguna mukta sangas kirtanat. So, that chanting the holy name is so powerful in Kali Yuga. Second, let me read the slokas. Second. Kale dosa nide rajan asti eko mahagunaha kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sanga param vrijate. So that is the kind of benefit of Kali Yuga. Prabhupada translates he says that, my dear king, although Kali Yuga is ocean of faults, there is still a good quality about the age of Kali. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, one can become free from all material bondages, be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. So Kali Yuga has got so much trouble, so much difficulties, but still, just by taking up the Krishna consciousness and Krishna consciousness by chanting, because in Kali Yuga, all other activities so difficult, not possible. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, all problem can be solved. So that's why Prabhupada always emphasized attentive chanting. Chanting has to be given so much importance, but somehow other I'm not able to focus on that. So my request, all of us should focus on the chanting the holy name. The more we chant, we can see the progress in our life. And when we chant, naturally we are able to do services. When we do services, Krishna is pleased. So, because while chanting, we're requesting Srimati Radharani, Hey Radhe, please engage me in Krishna's service. The service, without service, no bhakti. Prabhupada says devotional service. Bhakti means devotional service. So we have to do service. Whenever any service opportunity is there, we should literally grab anything in little opportunity. We should literally run towards that and grab and do the service. Service is the most important thing that, kind of takes us back to Krishna's service, Krishna's holy dham. Because what is our goal of life? Prabhupada says, go back home, back to Godhead. What is that? Goloka Vrindavan. That is the ultimate. But after going there, what you'll do? Is that going and sitting there? No. We have to do service. But what kind of a service? If I have not done service here, what kind of a training I have? So how can they allow me inside? In a normal, ordinary company here, Infosys or a company, when they recruit people, they'll ask, what is your experience? What is your qualifications? So don't you think that when we go to Golaka Vrindavan, they check what qualification I have, what experience I have? So that's why service is given so important when we serve, especially, that I remember once I asked His Holiness Bhakti Prachar Parvijak Swami Maharaj, in Golak, what kind of a service I can do, because I'm being a chartered accountant, I was thinking I can do some accounting. He said, no accounting service there. Their service is there, taking care of cows or cooking, cleaning. This kind of service is there. No accounting service required. No preaching service is there. Because all are pure devotees. What is the preaching I'll do? That's why the devotional service has to be done here so nicely so that we get practice when we go back home, back to Godhead. If Krishna wants to take us, we have to practice that. With that, I'll stop here. Devotees can share their thoughts, comments, if any. Please go ahead. Sheshu Prabhu, want to add anything, please?
No, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's a good point. In Kali, whatever good we do in the mind, that has results. Whatever bad we think, it doesn't have any result. That's the mercy of the Lord in the Kali. Yeah, if you think that I am going to Vrindavan or I am going to some dham, it will give good results. Yeah. So that way, yeah, we can get some relief and focus on chanting and make use of this Kali Yuga to go back to home, back to Godhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to do service also, not just thinking.
Yeah.
Definitely you have to do. Yeah, but at least something better than nothing. Yeah, right. Okay. Who else? Shruti Mataji, want to add anything? Uma Shankar Prabhu. Okay. Shruti Mataji, go ahead. No problem.
Nothing, Prabhuji, that we should chant Hare Krishna mantra, read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and understand it, and then do the bhakti process. That's what I understood, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Uma Shankar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Today's the takeaway is that the Kali Yuga, it is the very shortcut key that we can finish all our devotional services here itself. And it is easy to go back to Godhead. The thing is that that much level of devotion you should have, and the surrender level should be in that much position so that you can go to Godhead. It's not so easy process, Prabhuji, but our endeavor should be there.
Yeah. What is required is simply a desire. When we desire, Krishna arranges everything. For example, somebody want to preach. I should desire. Yes, I should not only desire, I simply desire and pray at the lotus feet of Guru and Prabhupada and Krishna. Please somehow, engage me in your service. They will make all the arrangement. They will solve all our problems. They will definitely make all the arrangement. Because with my tiny intelligence, I cannot do anything. But because of their mercy, because of my Guru and Prabhupada's mercy and Krishna's mercy, I can do. So that is a mood I should develop. Then, yes, things can be better. Yeah. Mariappan Prabhu want to say.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Due to efficient, intact governance of Maharaja Parishit, Kali is not able to intervene and start his 4 empires of slaughterhouse, meat eating, gambling, intoxication, and illicit sex. And as soon as Supreme Lord is forgotten, Kali enters. Hence, as practicing devotees, we must imbibe the intensive devotional services, including chanting of Mahamantra. Whoever involved in slaughterhouse activities in the whole human society is being punished. Lord Buddha appeared especially to protect animals and stop killing propagation principles of ahimsa. Supreme Lord appears whenever there is lack of dharma. Here, our Acharya Srila Prabhupada propagates for vibration of Mahamantra instead of all wasteful media entertainments. And during previous yugas, just by thinking process of evil activities, anyone will be sinful. Whereas in Kali Yuga, after performance of sinful activities, anyone will be sinful and punished. Parikshit Maharaja accepts the essence of spiritual literature. Like swan, we must absorb spiritual knowledge. We must optimum utilize the advantages of Kali. Just by thinking good for others, body acquires all divineful energy, and everyone will flourish all positive energies. Always try to share Krishna consciousness and motivate fellow human beings. Enable chanting Mahamantra. Service activities must be grabbed spontaneously. One must be adequately trained in this world of earth in respect of devotional services and suitably qualified to go back home, back to Godhead. That much I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Chanting the Sri Krishna Mahamantra and listening to the discourses on Lord Krishna's activities. These two protects us from Kali Bada and Kali Aveshas. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Vidya Mataji, ಹೇಳಿಗಿತ್ತಾ?
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು, ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ತೊಡಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಆವಾಗ ಈ ಕಲಿಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಾವು ಕೆಟ್ಟದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಟ್ಟದನ್ನ ಅದು ಬೇಗ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ತರ ಆಗದೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ತೊಡಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಭಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Just
Prabhuji.
those devotees in RR Nagar, we are planning daily Jagannath Rath Yatra invitation distribution. Those who are available, please come. And Friday, Saturday, 5:30 onwards, planning for Nagar Sankirtan. Please join whoever possible near, in RR Nagar. I know those so far, it's okay. So with that, I'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyevacha पतिताना पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय।